Hi everyone, I wanted to show you this handy little free tool. It's called Remove Image Background and the URL is remove.bg. This is really a tutorial for anyone who is a free Canva user and does not have the transparency option when you're trying to export your graphics into a PNG format and you don't get the option to cut out the background. So this is a really great option for anyone who's on the free Canva plan. So it's really simple to use. Just go to remove.bg and then you're going to click on upload image and you're going to pick an image. So this can be really anything. In this case, I'm actually going to choose an image of myself. And then what you can do as well is you can upload things like icons or any elements that you've created within Canva and you want to get rid of that background because maybe you want to use it on another graphic or you want to use it on your website somewhere without any background. You can go ahead and use that. So what I'm going to do here is I've added my image, and as you can see there's one below because I was already demonstrating, so we'll just ignore that. But as you can see, it's cut the background out. If you click on original, it's going to show you what was in the image before. So this is really cool. I was in my bedroom and there's an image, or there's a photo and a bed and everything behind me. Quite distracting. I don't want any of that. I just want me. So if you come in over here, as you can see, it's gotten rid of all of that, which is really, really awesome. Now, there is one thing, it is not 100% perfect. As you can see in this little section in here, it's picked up some of the plant that was behind me in the original photo. This is a part of a leaf, but that's okay. I mean, really, it's so subtle, like nobody is going to notice that, and even if they do, they're not going to care. As you can see, the rest of the image is pretty good. I mean, it does a really bang up job as far as I'm concerned. So this is a really great tool. Now, if you are uploading things like elements or like, let's say an icon or something that you've created in Canva, and it's really simple shapes like circles and maybe a flower shape or something like that, you're going to have a clean background. It's going to cut that out perfectly for you, and you're probably not going to have any problems because this is a little bit more of a complicated shape because you've got my hair in here and it kind of gets a little bit hairy in here. So yeah, this is why that kind of happened, but typically you're going to have a pretty clean cut made. So the really cool thing now is you can download this file and you can upload it into Canva, and you're only going to have me in the image. Now you're going to have everything else that was there. The only thing with this particular tool, and I've looked at a lot of the free background remover tools on the web, and they're all like this as far as I can tell, is if you want the high-res image, so the one that's like 3000 by 2300 pixels, you will have to buy that. You'll have to pay for credits in order to get that. So there may be the odd time that you will want that, but to be totally honest, the lower res version is fine. It's not going to be so distorted that you can't use it. It'll still be perfectly fine. Most of us are creating digital content, so it'll be okay. The only thing you wouldn't want to do is blow this up so big. It's going to get really, really pixelated if you do that. But for social media graphics, or maybe just something on your on your website, or if you're using it maybe in an ebook or something like that, it'll be totally fine, especially when it comes to digital stuff. So just go ahead and click download, and then you're going to get this file downloaded. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hop into Canva, and I'm going to show you what that looks like here in a second. Okay, so now we're inside of Canva, and I'm just going to go ahead. I've added dimensions, custom dimensions, 1000 by 1000 pixels, just to show you quickly what we can do with this image. So the first thing you're going to want to do is I'm just going to drag the image into my Canva. As you can see, I've been testing this, and it's just going to bring that photo in for me. By the way, if you have photos in here and you don't want them, if you hover over it, click the three dots, you can download it that way, and it'll get rid of those for you. So we'll get rid of those, and now I've got this image here, and as you can see, if I bring it in, no more bed, no more picture, no more anything, which is really cool. So there's lots of uses you can do for this. I'm going to create a really fun graphic here just very quickly, just to show you something that you could do. So if I go to backgrounds, I'm clicking on the background tab. I'm going to get a number of options here. I'm going to click on gradient, and I'm just going to pick any gradient for this demonstration. I do get the option to change the color of the gradient. I'm going to give it a little bit more of a purple color. Let's see, we'll just keep it like that, keep it really, really simple. If I wanted to manipulate the gradient even more, what I could do is I can come in here and flip. I can flip it horizontally, vertically, and then what it's going to do is it's going to move where this gradient kind of like starts. So where you want the light part to be, you can move that around. But I'm not going to bother with that for this tutorial. This is just a quick look at this. So you're going to want to go back now to your uploads folder where you sent or you uploaded your image. So I just dragged it in. The other option is you can click on upload, go to device, and you can find wherever it's saved on usually in your downloads folder, and grab it that way. So now what I can do is I can just click on the image. If I want to blow it up a little bit, I can. As you can see, I mean, it's not so distorted that I couldn't use this image, right? Like, it's fine for what you're going to be doing. I really wouldn't worry too much about it. This image as well, like I've got it at 1,000 by 1,000 pixels. It's not going to be that big when it's on Instagram or even on my website, right? So as you get out, the quality is perfectly fine. So that's why I said even that little imperfection that was in here in my hair, you're really not going to see it. Most people aren't going to notice it, and if they do, they're not going to care anyway. So really don't worry about anything like that. Unless it's really bad, don't worry about it. And if it is really bad and you're getting a lot of imperfections in the download and you're just not getting, it's just the quality is really crappy, then I would suggest finding a different photo of yourself and bringing something else in. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to do a speech bubble just for fun, and let's just see what we can come up with. Just a really simple graphic, nothing fancy. Let's look at this one, and I'm going to flip that because I want it to come near me, and I'm going to change the color, and I have nothing interesting to say. So I have nothing interesting there. I'm just going to keep it really simple. Okay, and then do whatever. Like, this is just a really simple graphic just to show you kind of what you can kind of do here. So now we've got this really simple, easy graphic that if kind of blow it out here, you can see you can make something cool. There's all kinds of things you can do. I've seen people use these on Instagram where they'll post their content as if they're telling you, kind of speaking to you, or they'll have their image at the end on their carousels on Instagram, and it'll just kind of give their details like, hey, you can find me at my website. We could do something like that. There's so many options here. The other thing you can do too is if the image isn't quite working the way you have it, you could always try flipping it. Now, it does kind of manipulate a little bit of how you look, but it is always an option. I will do this sometimes if I can't get, if I don't want the image to kind of, like, if I need it to go a certain way, I will sometimes alter it that way. And if it looks too weird, too distorted, then don't do it. But for the most part, no one's going to notice, and again, no one's going to care. So anyway, I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Thank you.